So we've come down here to Ragged Edge 4x4 today with Chris, and he's invited myself and Sherry here because Sherry needs some driving lessons. So we're going to show him how to use these buggies, teach him some rear steer stuff, and hopefully he doesn't put it on his roof.
So it's pick on me session again. I like it.
So I actually came here 2 or 3 years ago. I did make a video, and since then Chris has done quite a few upgrades to the buggy. So for starters, he's changed to a Maxxis tyre. We've got Maxxis Trepadors on here. They are 42 inches, so they're quite big. The Steady have jumped on board and helped him out. So we're running 2 Steady headlights in the front with a nice looking Steady light bar in the front. And he's also running rock lights around and underneath the car as well. So it should look quite good at night. And some of the main upgrades have happened underneath the car. So the buggy went to the guys at LCS 4x4. Laurie and the guys there done quite a few extensive modifications to these. Some of the main upgrades they've done is they've cut the chassis off right at the motor to allow for the 4-link to change configuration. That allowed them to lower the buggy, gain more up travel, and have less binding issues in the 4-link. And at full bump, the center line of the diff actually sits higher than the crank, so the front end gets tucked up nicely. They've made some big changes up the rear as well. They've cut the chassis off right at the back wheel here and raised it all right up to get more clearance, shaved the diff. They've changed some mounts underneath to just allow for more articulation and more up travel, and that makes the buggy a lot more capable on the course. So one of the main reasons Chris has gone through all these modifications is so he can run a bit more of a difficult course, a bit more intense. It's a lot more safer having the buggy lower, and they're just a lot more capable overall. So, you know, he's changed up the course a little bit because the buggy's sort of done it a little bit easier after they come back with all the modifications. So this yellow one's still the original style one. This will be going to LCS for the upgrades very shortly. At the moment, the green ones just come back. So today we're focusing on the green one. We're going to test out all the new modifications, and we should be here until night, so we'll be able to test out the Steady lights in the dark and see how they go on the course. Overall, the buggies are still core the same. They've both got 350 Chev crate motors. They run H260 Nissan diffs front and rear, so that actually means the front diff is ran in reverse because Nissan don't make a reverse cut gear for the front. They have hydraulic steering front and rear. The rear is run off an electric motor that's separate. It's got a handle in the middle of the cab. They both run on gas, so they can run on big angles. Fuel starvation is never really an issue. They both run Turbo 400 autos with a nice high stall kit and Atlas transfer case. Now, these initially were built like 15 odd years ago, and they've been a very solid setup for some time now. But the upgrades to the new one will be very welcomed.
Yeah. Main thing about all the courses, super tight. So lots of rear steer. Lead with your rear.
Yeah.
Fine tune with your front.
Yeah.
For that reason, I never put my left hand on the wheel because you'll forget the rear steer. I forget driving a car, like none of it helps.
Yeah.
It's all different.
I'm sort of missing, my left foot's missing the clutch pedal. Like, where are we here?
No big clutch kicks.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
What I normally do is we'll do the first course and then I'll do another partial driver's briefing once you've had a bit of a play, and then the next level sort of makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Let's buckle up.
So this is course 1. Chris takes you around, just some basic figure 8 stuff and a couple little holes just to get the feel for the rear steer and how it all works. It's a nice introduction to the whole are driving the buggy for the first time, because it is very different to driving a four-wheel drive. And this gives you a quick crash course into how the rear steer works in between you and how tight you can actually turn. Ragged Edge 4x4 are running a discount promo for the month of September only. So if you enter the code DK Offroad in checkout, you'll save yourself some money for this awesome experience. You don't need any four-wheel drive experience. Chris teaches you everything you need to know to drive these buggies on the day, and he mainly does one-on-one sessions, so you don't have to worry about anyone watching you. So head over to the Ragged Edge website, enter the discount code, and go and have some fun in these buggies.
After the first course, I want to run through some like next level stuff. So we start using this. This is called a rear disconnect.
Yep.
It's in the transfer case. So if I pull that back, I can disengage the rear.
Yep.
Then I'm just in front wheel drive. Now the benefit to that, the way this is set up, is when you drive forward in front, it actually sucks the buggy down. It's actually more stable.
Yeah,
so you can drive stuff in front and you could never drive in forward because you'd fall over.
Yeah, right.
For me, it's like a get out of jail card. Something feels bad, that's your go-to move.
Yeah.
The other thing is how I think about the rear steer. So if you think about driving up a hill, if you crab walk at a 45, you actually halve the gradient of the hill.
Yeah.
So more traction. So for me, rather than get stuck in a hill and have to crab walk, I just crab walk up the hill.
Yeah.
I get stuck in the first place.
Yeah, right.
Like you know the bush, you get stuck in a muddy hill. You start
Yeah.
working the front to try and find traction.
Yeah.
All the weight's in the back. So if you could turn the back, it would have way more impact on traction than the way you could ever do with the front, which is why we lead with the back.
Yeah.
Then you're turning your front into traction. All right, buckle up.
So this part of the session, Chris jumps in the driver's seat and he shows you the third stage, and he just shows you what the buggy is actually capable of. So there's some cool spots in here where he tips the car over and spins it around on the hill that you get to do later on in the day. Basically, he just shows you what it's capable of before you jump into the second stage.
So you're going to drive up the concrete wall,
Yep.
disengage the rear, and then pull the nose over so you're sideways on the wall.
Yeah.
Because you're in front wheel drive, you can keep it stable while you pull it over.
Yeah, righto.
We go down, crab walk off, and we go to the right hand side.
Yeah. It doesn't seem possible, but we'll give it a go.
The idea of this section is to get the roof bar as close as you can to the tyre next to it, but after the modifications from LCS, it's proving to be quite difficult. The buggies are far more stable. So after proving he's not going to crash the buggy, it was time for me to jump in and do a hot lap with Sherry. We hung around until dark to check out the steady lights, and then we tested Sherry's skills on all the harder obstacles in the night. After watching all afternoon, it was time for me to jump in the seat and have a bit of fun. Driving these courses in the night adds a whole new experience to driving these buggies, and I couldn't get enough of it. All right, so that wraps up the day here at Ragged Edge 4x4. The night driving with the lights adds a whole nother element to it, so that's awesome fun. We all got to have a good go. Sherry didn't roll the car, which is good. He didn't break anything. Yeah, he's not quite used to having 2 pedals. He likes to have a clutch pedal, so it was nice for him not to tip the car over. Huge thanks to Chris for bringing us down here again, and Sherry as well. Like, it was awesome to come down here again. So we all know blokes are hard to buy for, and this would be an awesome present to gift to someone. So they do gift vouchers or gift packages or anything like that. And also don't forget, like we mentioned at the start of the video, there is a Father's Day sale up until the 1st of September. So that gives you 10% off. And then if you enter my discount code, which I'll chuck on the screen right here, that'll give you a Father's Day pricing, so 10% off the whole of September. And also don't forget to jump over and check out the Instagram, Facebook and website. They're all under Ragged Edge. So the whole day's been awesome fun. Sherry's enjoyed it. We've all had heaps of fun. Again, thanks to Chris for getting us down here. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and don't forget to come down here and check it out and drive these things. Thanks for watching.
Arm and a ring, mate.
That's it. You need the forklift wheel on it.
Mate, this rear steer, even though we're walking pace, just messing with you.
Yeah. If you're not careful, you end up backwards. Right, watch this cone. Nearly got the cone.
Fake news, mate.